punch in the middle. The 6'11 G-man also was able to bang his way for rebounds in traffic, helping to trigger the Sixers' fast break. Of course, Moses Malone still gets his motor revved up whenever he faces his old teammates. Malone was at his best battling inside and getting the dividends. And even when he was turned away by Jaminski, Moses kept plugging away, helping the Bullets rally for a 12-point win.
We're at the Cap Center in Landover. Neil Funk, Hubie Brown, as we're set to go. Well, actually, we're on the top of a mountain, I think, Hubie. And the tap will be won by Washington, then fought away by Charles Barkley and out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Bullets.
The Bullets in the game the other evening really dominated their offensive glass, with Moses Malone and Catledge coming up with 13 of 20 big offensive rebounds.
This is Moses firing over Jaminski and scoring. Malone with his first field goal.
Since Wes Unseld has become the head coach, there's no doubt about it, Moses Malone has definitely increased his production at least 25%. Not only the scoring, the rebounding, and then the enthusiasm.
Jaminski, the jump hook, his pet shot right off the box on the right side, and he scores, and we're tied at 2.
I want to bring out a big stat in the game the other night. Out of the 98 points for the Sixers, the guards scored 66. Now, anytime your guards are going to score 2/3 of your points, you know you are in deep trouble in the NBA.
This is Malone against Jaminski. Blocked by Mike Jaminski. Picked up by Calder. Jumper, heavy off the heel of the rim, and Mo Cheeks the rebound. We're tied at 2. Cheeks pushed it and then backed away. And looks. Jaminski backing in.
Nice.
Kicks it out to Cheeks. The jumper won't go, and Malone the rebound. Now Calder running. Jeff Malone. He can fill it up from there, and he knocked it down.
Well, Malone became open because Albert King was back picking up the big men on the break. Unfortunately, that breakdown in transition defense.
Mike Lauerman and Wally Rooney, the officials.
That's it. Nice move. See, Vrains has got to make all of the penetrations today, and he must help out on the boards.
Jeff Malone driving, and the layup is good. It is 6-2 Washington.
See, they're not going to play Vrains until Vrains establishes the fact that he's going to be a scoring threat in this game.
Mo Cheeks at the point. Long range. Swung. Free throw line extended right to Vrains. Dumped inside Jaminski. The fall away is in and out. No good. Bernard King collared the rebound, and they go to Moses, and he scores. They got it up in a hurry.
Well, that's the second time now that Moses has beaten G-Man down the floor. The first time it cost him a basket also because Albert King had to pick up Malone, and his man opened up, Jeff Malone, for the jump shot.
And a 20 seconds
aren't there that were there in the early part of the season.
8-4. Calder behind his back, running on Cheeks, and missed it wild, and the rebound Jaminski. An 8-4 Bullet lead. Sixers with a basketball. Cheeks pounds it at the top. Charles trying to back his way in. Hangs and fires and misses.
That was a tough angle, Neil, because from where we're sitting, we could see that he was behind the backboard.
There's a whistle at the other end. Wally Rooney with a call, and it's an offensive foul against Jeff Malone.
Good call that time. Malone was definitely out of control. Albert King held his ground, and Malone just kept coming right into him.
Cheeks and Albert King in the backcourt. Jaminski, Vrains, and Barkley the front line. Albert, little stutter step and traveling call.
I liked his idea that time. The crossover was open for him. It was designed to post Albert in the low hole versus Malone.
Coulter against Cheeks. Catledge against Barkley. He fires off the glass heavy, and the rebound fought for and won by Jaminski. 2 boards already for Mike Jaminski. And a block shot as well. Charles Barkley again trying to back in on Catlett. Bangs his way by him and scores.
Well, he's active early tonight now. In the game the other night, he did not start to really try to get into gear until the 4th quarter.
Malone, nope. And the rebound, Jaminski again. Another rebound. Cheeks pulls up, fires, nope. Rebound, Charles. Back up and missed it, but he's fouled by Moses Malone. And you know what, Hubie?
But the disturbing factor was the overall game shooting of 42% and then only 14 offensive rebounds.
Charles makes 1 of 2, and it's an 8-7 Bullet lead. And in fact, in that game at the Spectrum, the Sixers had a 12-point lead at one point. Saw that melt away, and then the Bullets really started to come on.
You know, Vrains played Bernard.
Coulter behind his back, and if anybody should know Bernard King, it is my partner Hubie Brown.
This is his spot right here.
The turnaround short this time, and the rebound comes off to his brother Albert.
See if you're watching.
And we got a little halftime feature on G-Man coming up. Here's the turnaround in the lane that drops Catledge with his first field goal of the game. It is 10-9 the Bullets as the Sixers bring it up. Well, you talk with G-Man, and he talked just about that point that you just made. Driving Cheeks, the layup good. But the point is that once his teammates get more familiar with him and know where he likes to catch the ball and so forth, that he'll get more involved in the offense.
Well, he's versatile because he can play low and he can play high, so he can help the club both ways.
Backing in, Bernard, the turnaround off the glass won't go, but he'll get to the line.
Around that 78-79 percentage all through his career.
Makes a pair here, and the Bullets lead by 1. You talked about the fact that his release wasn't as quick.
Well, it isn't, because he cannot get up off that right knee. And where the quickness was there and the jumping ability, the explosion has been diminished.
Coulter off the miss. Goes to Jeff Malone. That's poked away, stolen by Cheeks.
Great hands by Albert.
Maurice drives, scores. He can finish it off. 13-12, Sixers by 1 now. I'll tell you what, I used to love to watch Albert King run in the open floor. 13-12 with 5:52 left to play.
2-man game now with Moses. Moses looking for a lob.
Jumper is good, this time by Bernard.
What happened that time was his Vrains delayed himself trying to help out on Moses, who had Gminski pinned, and that opened up Albert King. I mean Bernard King. There
Cheeks,
it is. Nice pass.
Low post. Albert off the glass, wouldn't fall, trying to battle for his own missed shot, and a whistle blows.
Loose ball foul on Albert over the back. But you see, they can take advantage of that matchup. Albert being an excellent low box player from his days in college as a forward and also his early career in the NBA with New Jersey. They posted him up a great deal. David Wingate is in the game now.
And the Bullets lead by 1, 14-13.
Matty's trying to get a little more scoring in there.
Outside, and there's Bernard. You don't want to let him get off.
Well, he's been very consistent. Very, very consistent since his return. He's playing 31 minutes a game. Oh, beautiful play.
Lob
beautiful.
to Charles, and he pounds it home.
See, that time Gminski faked the pass, got Catledge to overplay, and then as Barkley went to the board, it was a beautiful pass to the front of the rim.
16-15, Bullets by 1, and with the basketball. Bernard fell and got up slowly. On the left side, this is Coulter from the top, and he buries that jumper. Coulter's first field goal of the game, and the Bullets lead by 3, 18-15. Mike Jaminski for Charles. Underneath, great feed to Maurice, and the layup is good.
Beautiful pass. Coulter is trying to help out as much as possible. They're all looking to double team Barkley anytime that he's on the wing where he can go one-on-one.
Jeff Malone, that won't go. Tap no, loose. Jaminski wrestling with Catledge, and a jump ball call.
The thing which was interesting in the game the other night in Philadelphia was the rebounding by their front line. Bernard King had 11, Catledge 14, Moses Malone 12. They dominated the Sixers, and you have to think that when they go small like they are now with Albert King at the small forward and Barkley at big forward and Kaminsky, everybody's got to do his job underneath. Everybody must board.
This is Albert in traffic, scores, it'll count, and he'll go to the line. Good job by Albert on the continuation.
Beautiful crossover. Watch the crossover right here. There it is. Look at that move. Excellent. Excellent move. It looked like a sure charge because of his momentum. You thought that the momentum would carry him. Beautiful move.
Now Albert at the free throw line trying to get the bottom end here. A 19-18 Sixer lead, and now 20-18. Sixers show a little token pressure. Cheeks dogging Stevie Colder. At the top, Colder now Moses against Jaminski. Powers in and scores. Here's a steal by Coulter and a whistle and I think a reach in on David Wingate.
Yeah. Well, that was the old story of falling asleep in the backcourt, not thinking that you're going to be pressured because you have not been pressured up until this point.
And then a frustration foul because the guy takes it away from you.
Right.
A 20-20 tie. Now Tyrone Bogues has checked in. Smallest man in the NBA, and a drive, and Bernard.
Look up. There's Albert. Bernard hit the floor.
And Albert got it right back. Brother against brother.
Well, that's excellent. Bernard beat him at the one end. Albert just took off and good heads up. Get it up the floor and up because Bernard is on the floor.
Tied at 22. Moses. A bounce. Bernard wheels in, goes up, missed it, but is knocked to the deck and will get to the line.
Go out, run 6 miles in the morning, come back, have breakfast, go to the camp, work double session, work in the morning session 2 hours, and then go have lunch and then play for 2 hours at UCLA in the afternoons every summer.
Charles. Bullets by one.
Charles wants a clear out.
And a whistle. They get an illegal defense. Yep.
Oh, there's a good move by Kaminsky.
Now Lauerman with a call inside.
Well, it happened so fast, Neil. Kaminsky was at the foul line area, and he took a back pick and was moving quickly. In order to stop him from getting a layup, Moses really got the forearm up.
And Moses will come off, and Manute Bol will come on. Now, in the game down at the Spectrum, Manute's presence really disturbed the 76ers offense, at least in my view.
Oh, he did an excellent job. How about in the game Saturday night against Golden State? In 14 minutes, 10 blocks, 10 rebounds, and 6 points.
That's a career for a lot of guys. Charles trying to jam over Manute, and a foul call. Charles taking it right to the big guy.
See, you must do that to Bol. You must get the ball into his chest and take his body right to the hole. Because anything else, now you watch this right now, and you'll see that if you don't take this strong, he's going to get that shot. You see, he's right up there.
Charles makes the first quarter. Sixers by one, 24-23.
Manute Bol causes more problems to you from a defensive standpoint than any player that I've seen since I have been in the NBA, and that's in 15 years.
Driving Frank Johnson in the layup good.
See, that can't happen. See, the lane is too porous. People have got to get after people. Now, here comes their half-court trap. This is their trapping unit with Bol in there.
See, now, even though he was outside, Albert, the presence of Bol made him alter his shot a little bit.
That was a costly loose ball foul by Thornton. They're in the penalty now. They're side.
And Wingate does. Baseline right, 17-footer. And it's a one-point game. Again, we have seesawed back and forth here in the first quarter.
They've been running the same set now for most of the quarter. They have about 5 options out of it. Right now we have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time.
Bernard against Albert and threw it over the timeline. That'll be over and back.
I'll tell you, he traveled first. I mean, he really did travel as he came down in there with his left hand. He tried to spin move, but he slipped on the floor, and then he threw the ball away. He's in Lauerman's face right now because he wanted a foul.
No, Albert did a pretty good job of getting chest to chest with him, too.
Here's a clear out for Charles.
Fakes once, twice, and now spins into the key, poked loose and stolen. Frank Johnson running to Bogues. He drives and missed it. The follow is good.
See, this is where they hurt. This is where they hurt the Sixers the other night. Every time they come down and shoot and miss, they're right on the offensive board.
And here's another turnover. And here come the Bullets again.
Bad
Johnson,
shot.
tough shot, in and out, no good.
Tough shot and a bad shot because he was behind the backboard.
Albert, and that was nearly picked off and traveling. So, actually, what you've got is like 3 turnovers in a row. Now, Wally Rooney with a delay of game warning call.
See, Matty is up trying to tell his ball club, will you please slow the game down? But that's what the pressing does. Pressing forces you to be aggressive, and it makes you play up-tempo basketball. And already Bogues has the crowd in the game. Because up until the past minute, you didn't even hear this crowd.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what they did the other night in Philly. They forced Philly into a game they didn't want to play.
And it is an offensive foul in the low post that time. Albert versus Wingate. Delay again. Technical foul. Bernard took the ball right out of Lauerman's hand. That's a good call. See, the referee cannot be intimidated like that.
Here's the bumping inside.
Well, see, he's holding him off. See, that's Bernard's one of his favorite moves in posting up. For Lauerman to call that is interesting because the guy's been doing it ever since he's in the league. He uses his left hand to drop and grab you in the thigh area to post himself up low. Now, Lauerman was right on the call. But then Bernard, when he did reach in and take the ball out of the referee's arms, you just can't do that.
I once saw Bobby Leonard in the old ABA days take the ball after he was tossed and take it to the locker room. He refused to give it back.
Listen,
you remember those days.
Listen, we had a game one time in the old fairgrounds at Indianapolis.
Certainly.
And I'll tell you, Bobby Leonard was so mad he picked up both ball racks, came out on the floor and threw both ball racks. There were balls all over the place at the referee.
And now they got a problem with the stanchion underneath the basket, or they're taking a look at something. Here comes. Yeah, well, now Wally Rooney's coming over. They're asking for.
See, as soon as Maurice missed that foul shot, Neil, he went right to the referee, Wally Rooney, and told him that there was something wrong with the stanchion. The stanchion might be off balance. I mean, off. If it's just off, a quarter of an inch, an eighth of an inch, it's going to throw off the shot.
We've seen Charles practically turn those babies around a couple of times. They're going to try and get some help here from the maintenance crew.
You see, but they're not going to allow Maurice Cheeks to shoot that technical over again, because if he had a complaint, he should have said it before he shot the shot.
Yeah, but I guess the point is, how would you know if there was something wrong with it? I guess if you just took a look at it, you might not be able to tell.
Here's Charles going strong.
See, now this is what.
Yeah, see, he hung on there. That definitely could have moved it. You can see him rocking this now. Just watch as Barkley goes up, gets it. Now watch, here's a strong move. All right, the foul was caught. Now watch him hang, you see.
Now,
naturally, with the game on the line, all right, they shoot 38%, and it changes the entire complexion because the second unit is the group that pulled it out for the Bullets.
Ben Coleman is checked into the game. Here is Thornton. Nice move. He powered his way in.
That was a beautiful pass by David Wingate because he had elevated, left his feet with no place to go.
29-28, Bullets by 1, Bullets by 3, as the jumper is down by John Williams, who has 4 points now.
They're in their trap now, 1-3-1.
And there's the steal.
Bad passing. I mean, just like the other night, you can't throw those rainbow passes. What you should do is pick up your dribble and two-hand head over the head pass the ball. Against traps, you never pass off the dribble because when you do, you throw a rainbow. We have 5 seconds.
Yeah.
5 now.
Mallory stolen by Barkley, loose, and rolls out of bounds, and that's it. We have played 1 quarter here at the Cap Center in Landover. The Bullets 31, the Sixers 28. 60% from the field for the 76ers. Yet they trail by 3. Gerald Henderson is checked in. He had Wingate with Thornton, Coleman, and Charles Barkley.
Bobby Thornton just posted up with a very, very strong move right on the dotted line in the lane. Ben Coleman set a nice pick for him. He was wide open. Mark Allery grabbed him from behind.
This is Coleman. Played his college ball nearby at Maryland. Charles. There he goes. He darts into the lane. Falls and fires, partially blocked. Thornton the rebound. And then the ball stripped away, and a battle for it. And a foul on David Wingate. Nope, it's on Ben Coleman.
When Thornton received that rebound, what he should have done right there. Watch it. Watch the block. There's a good block by Ball. See, now when Thornton caught that ball, he should have gone straight to the hole.
Now they got Bull out near the hash mark on the far side. This is Frank Johnson, who airballs one, and Thornton picks it up off the floor.
Well, Frankie Johnson has been struggling. He's only shooting 44%.
Charles for three. Thornton another rebound. Bobby spins and fires. That's heavy. Charles the board.
Yeah, Charles with a push off.
Yep.
Loose ball foul.
That's a 3-point Bullet lead, 31-28, and the little things right now killing the 76ers.
Well, I tell you right there, they were lucky they didn't get a technical, because Barkley rolled the ball the other way, and Wally Rooney almost called delay a game, and he already have one.
Allery at the top. Williams.
So you just can't let this unit take advantage of you.
Frank Johnson, that's blocked by Charles. I mean, that was a monster block.
Charles leading the team in blocks with a total of 52.
The top, Gerald Henderson. Ben down the lane, he comes. Strong move and an offensive foul.
See, Manute Bol causes so many problems. So many. Now watch him use his left arm on Bol right now. See, there it is right there. See, you constantly have to be worried about him, because he can get you a shot even if he's standing at the foul line. He just takes a half a step and he can get you on top of the rim.
3-point Bullet lead. We're just underway here in the second period. Neil Funk with Hubie Brown at the Cap Center in Landover. John Williams spins and fires, missed that, and Charles comes rumbling out. He power dribbles down the left side. Great pass to Wingate in the layup. Good. Well, he read that perfectly.
Well, see, Bogues felt that Charles was going to take it all away, so he left the man to help out on a double team.
31-30, Bullets by one.
Here's a pick and roll now for Bogues.
Little switch by Coleman, and then an offensive foul. That's going to be on John Williams, I believe.
I'd say Gerald Henderson's a piece of work. But, you know.
Was that a flop or not?
Oh, my God. Come on. He's captain of the flop team. All right. He's captain. And what you do with guys who flop is you take a foul and you give them a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you tell them to stop it, because the next one's going to be a little bit more dangerous.
This is Gerald into the lane, stripped, and away it comes to John Williams. Lead for Bogues. Tyrone to the hole, he scores.
I tell you, Henderson not only lost the ball, but he never ran back on defense. All right, here Bogues makes the call now, but they're back man to man.
33-30, Bullets by three.
You're back man to man because you have Moses in there.
Charles in and out. Tough luck. Kaminsky had a hand on it, but Moses came away with it and rips a pass ahead. Great feed, and the layup is good by Bernard King.
Got to be careful now.
A 5-point Washington lead with 9:03 left to play first half.
Charles wants it now. Here's a clear out.
The fall away, in and out again.
See, every time that Charles makes a move, all right, either Catledge or Williams, they bump him with their forearms before he gets up on his shot, and it's definitely disturbing him.
Gerald Henderson for Charles. Ducks in, goes up with a left hand, no, rebounds and a whistle, and traveling call. The initial shot they're going to rule, I guess, did not hit the rim.
Right.
So he actually caught his own shot.
Sixers in a little run and jump with the guards.
Bogues from downtown. Nope. Kaminsky had it and lost it, and the little guy comes away with it.
Moses came right over Kaminsky's back and knocked that one loose. Bogues came in and picked it up.
Frank Johnson baseline drilled it.
You have to be careful now because the lead is 7. This is a big possession right now. The Sixers need a score.
Now Gerald got it to the hash mark and then the timeout. So a timeout taken with 8:12 left and the Bullets lead it by 7. 6-7-6. Pacers and the Sixers on the 29th. Wingate had to alter his shot and the rebound ripped down by Moses Malone.
See, I like that strategy. Bernard King cannot play Ben Coleman down inside.
Now there's Bernard at the other end.
Well, when they throw the ball in and they double back and they kick out, the Sixer guards must do the job. There's a backcourt call.
Yeah, good pressure by Bogues, who gave Cheeks some problems in the meeting at the Spectrum.
Now watch it here. Now see, he's pesky. See, he's very pesky, and you must be, you know what? You know what? The ball was never in the front court.
I don't think so either.
Right, and that was a bad call. Even if you're in the front court, the ball must bounce in the front court and then take it back court in order for it to be a backcourt call.
Here's Bogues from the top, and bingo. Bogues with his second field goal and his 4th point of the game. 41-30, so the Bullets have built their lead to 11 now. Cheeks, no, follows and scores.
See, that's a makeup. Mo Cheeks is upset at himself. Bogues is really igniting this ball club right now, so he wants to pay back. Go get him. Go after him himself.
Moses, he faces on Jaminski, now raises up. The jumper is good.
Well, in the last couple of years, that's what Moses wants to do most of the time. Anytime they hit him or they call his number, he'll pop out down in there. Now, it's fine if he's making it, Jay, but a lot of nights he's been struggling.
Cheeks, you're right. It is payback time. He's saying, hey.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And here comes Bogues.
Bogues has lit up the crowd. I mean, he really has. He's got the people in the game, plus he's making things happen in front of a positive standpoint, and that's why West is staying with him.
43-34, Bullets, the lead in the ball. Malone against Jaminski. Back to the basket now. A little two-man game. Moses spins into the key and got it up, and he'll get to the line. And that has been his trademark. Just hang around long enough and you'll put me on the line. I can remember in '83, Hubie, when I would swear he deliberately missed shots so he could go get them.
Yeah. He's been accused of that by more than you. Moses, that's his 320th foul shot attempt of the season. Barkley has already shot 430.
1 for 2 went Malone at the line. 44-34, Bullets by 10. Cheeks.
Nice move.
Pounded, drives, no. Charles tried to tear it away and finally does come up with it. And then Bogues stripped it. And then he lost it and then picked it up. Bogues calling for the ball. Put it in my hand. Malone down deep inside. The turnaround, Williams won't go, and the rebound, Charles stripped
Took
by
away
Muggsy
from him
again.
That was off Barkley. It'll be interesting to see. You know what happened that time? Neither referee saw it. Lauerman, who was going long, had his back to the play, and Wally was blocked out.
Tell you what, Bogues does. He's so small that you don't see him. I mean,
but you see,
you're looking over the top of him.
You have to have a strong body though to do what he's doing.
Traveling called, and on the turnover, the Bullets get it right back. But my point is, at the other end, once you get it up in a half-court game, I would think that you would be able to post him up almost every time.
Well, you know, my thing with that is that when we first took Charlie Chris in Atlanta at 5'7", people tried to do that, and it's proven over and over again. What you do is you lose your rhythm and you try to win with one guy. It doesn't work. And if the guy fronts and does a good job, all he does is just wear you down. I tell you, Bogues is doing a terrific job here. You must give him a lot of credit. He's definitely disturbed the mental intensity of the Philadelphia game.
Well, they got two guys that can do that. They're the smallest guy on their team and the biggest guy on their team.
Well, they've outscored the Sixers here right now, 13-6 in this quarter. Nice steal. Nice
Maurice
move by Vrain.
dribbled it off his foot and then picked it up. Charles drives, turned the corner, and will get to the free throw line.
That's only the good pressure. Charles let his man become the outlet. It's always tough when you're guards and you put the real good pressure on and nobody helps you out.
Little dish to Bernard, and he buried it.
Bernard is burying all the Jays tonight. He's got at least 4 of them facing basket. Big hoops.
10-point Bullet lead with 4:33 left to play. Cheeks by Bogues and then lost it, but it was poked away, and it's going to belong to the Sixers. Right now, it's almost just a duel between Maurice Cheeks and Muggsy Bogues.
Well, here it is right here. That's where he got hit right on the left hand by Bogues. Here's another turnover. That's the 12th turnover this half now.
Here comes Bernard, and that should be a travel, and is.
You know what that is? That's an air, and it's an air dribble. Believe it or not, technically, that's always called a travel. That's an air dribble. As long as you don't move again, that is not a violation.
46-36.
See, that's in the back of that book that I can't get you to finish.
I'm almost to the last chapter. I've been looking at the pictures. Time left here in the first half, 4:10. Charles cuts the lead to 46-38. And now a turnover.
Well, that was sad because poor Stevie, as he went to catch the ball that time, Coulter went to take the inbounds pass. He slipped on the floor.
Well, the Sixers can get still closer.
This is a big one right here.
Jumper, nope. And the rebound hauled down by Catley. Coulter, the pull-up. Nope. The rebound underneath, back up, and that's partially blocked. And away with it comes Moses Malone. Moses dribble drive.
Nice hands. Nice hands by Gaminsky.
And then they throw it away.
Gosh almighty.
And here comes Moses, and he throws it away.
Wait a second. This is, can you top this?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see who can make the worst pass.
And you know what? They did.
Yes.
3 in a row.
46-38.
Danny Vrain's had an excellent game the other night with 5 blocked shots at that small forward position.
For 3, Charles short.
Hey, Philadelphia needs a field goal right now. That's what they need. A nice solid field goal.
Well, there's a solid field goal. Malone, the assist. Catledge, the field goal, his second, and a foul. He'll get to the line. Gerald picks up the personal foul, his first in the second. Then a couple of games out on the coast that are late starters.
See, now this group that's on the floor for the Sixers really struggled the other night in the second half. They could not get the job done offensively.
Henderson for 3. Kaboom!
Now, right now, the Sixers are struggling. They're only shooting 47% with 13 turnovers. The Bullets, 57% from the floor. Naturally, a lot of easy baskets because of the turnovers.
Henderson from outside misses.
See, this group's got to get on the offensive glass.
I said 50-41. It's 51-41. And now 53-41. Sixers with 2:23 left. Walk it up. Henderson with a belt high left hand dribble comes to the left side.
High pick and roll.
There's Gaminsky open for a moment and missed the jumper.
To watch out, Moses is long now.
And waving for the ball. Coulter pushes it to the free throw line. Goes to Bernard. Jumper is good.
Bernard King. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Bernard hasn't gotten a lot of stuff off the break, but he has squared up and shot the jumper very well.
Well, he can't do that anymore, Neil. He just can't fill the lane, and he can't handle the ball like he used to because of that lack of quickness now. But he's doing everything else beautifully.
17 in the game for Bernard. And the rebound, Gaminsky off the miss, and he scores. Gaminsky, 3 field goals, 6 points. 57-41, the Bullets, who have played very well here at the Cap Center in the last couple of weeks. Coulter down the boulevard, scoops and scores.
Very strong move by Coulter. That was a difficult shot because he came back with his left hand.
This is Wingate against Jeff Malone. Picked up his dribble. Ben Coleman. They swing it. And Moses steals as they try to force feed it inside of Chiminski. Moses runs the length of the floor, misses. And then a scramble for the rebound and traveling call. This is going to belong to the Sixers. You're watching Sixers basketball on WPHL TV. Channel 17, Philadelphia. Neil Funk with Hubie Brown. We're at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland, where the Bullets lead the Sixers 57-43. And 49 seconds left to play here in the first half. Cheeks windmills one up, and that wouldn't fall.
See, if we're going to keep shooting and missing, you must get on the offensive glass, or they're going to be in transition, just like right now, and getting a lot of easy shots.
And there is Coulter scoring, and he'll get to the line as well. The bottom end here, and Chiminski claims the rebound.
25 seconds for the quarter. But there's going to be a 5 to 6 second differential, so Washington is going to have an opportunity to change ends. Nice pass.
Great feed to Chiminski, rolling inside, and he jammed it home.
8 seconds. 5.
Malone.
3.
Falling, firing, nope. The rebound, Ben Coleman, and the half is over. So we've played one half of basketball. The Bullets 59, the Sixers 45. Now stay tuned for Center Court with Harry Donahue.
Exciting basketball, winning basketball. Today's Sixers. The tradition continues.
Watch Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls battle the Sixers Wednesday, January 27th. To charge tickets for this and all Sixer games, call 1-800-233-4050.
The tradition continues.
For the Washington Bullets.
Sixers bring it up to begin the third period. Neil Funk, Hubie Brown at the Cap Center. The lob is intended for Chiminski. Moses got in front of him, kind of shielded him away from the ball, and it's out of bounds and belongs to the Bullets.
Well, it was a difficult catch, Neil. I thought he really had a little bit of trouble there, but trying to catch it with one hand, you can't get the job done.
Driving, Jeff Malone, and he scores. A running right-hander by Malone, who came right down the lane as he knifed in from left to right. Why did Charlie tell me to put my coat on? I looked a little bulky.
Charlie's trying to look out for your image.
Albert King, and that spins out on him. Makes the second, and it's 61-46.
It's got to come from the defensive end of the floor.
Yep.
When you're down by numbers like this, you know, you're down 15, you got to make some things happen.
Well, especially when you're playing on the road. Outside, jumper no, rebound fought for, Catledge, strip. Charles comes out running. It's 3-on-1. Malone back. They get it to Cheeks. The layup's good.
Now what they need is they need a little transfusion of that type of intensity and that type of banging.
Jeff Malone, the belt high left-hand dribble, pulls up, leans in, and scores.
You just can't let him go by you. Nobody pick him up. If you're going to let him go by and take up a jump shot, it's going to be a horse game.
63-48. Down deep to Ben Coleman, and he's fouled.
Well, that was a nice, strong move by Coleman. You're probably wondering, you know, why is Coleman in there right now? Kaminsky, Coleman, Barkley. Well, the reason is that Brains in the first half in 12 minutes did not scratch offensively. There you go right there. Nice, strong move by Coleman. He has that nice little baby jump hook.
That Mike Chiminski helped him work on.
Well, they're also trying to get Coleman to match up with Catledge here and then try to have Barkley on Bernard King.
This is Stevie Coulter. Coulter and Malone, the guards, as Coulter drives and scores. Well, he knifed in there.
Well, that was kind of easy. I mean, there was no resistance at all. I mean, it was so simple to take it into the middle that time.
65-49. Bullets in front. Low post, Coleman just off the box on the right side, spins, fires, missed it, and the rebound, Bernard King. Ooh, he had Moses for a minute and didn't see him. Jumper missed short, and here come the Sixers running. It's 3-on-2. Barkley down the lane, rumbles in, misses, rebounds, goes back up and scores.
Sixers got a major break that time because out on the wing, Barkley definitely traveled before he went in for that layup.
65-51. Low post, Moses against Jaminski. And
Nice.
He's fouled.
You know what? That was nice. Kaminsky kept him behind the backboard, let him reach back in and took the shot block.
On as Moses made the second.
That was good help that time by Moses. Moses came down in there and bluffed Maurice from going all the way.
Driving Cheeks along the baseline, used the basket, surfaced on the right side and scored.
Excellent recovery.
67-53. Catledge, and they gun it inside. Jaminski
Nice.
poked it loose.
3-on-2.
Cheeks running. Yep, down the middle. He comes. The layup is good.
You see, you can see that Bernard King does not have the quickness of foot. He could not get back from the foul line to the front of the rim on that. Sixers are coming out here now, more determined from the defensive end, making a lot of turnovers, difficult shot opportunities.
Moses firing over Jaminski and pours that home. Cheeks.
This is a busted play.
Had to hook it back outside, and the long jumper by Albert is no good. Coleman tipped it, but it wouldn't go. Now the Bullets run. 2-on-4. Moses falling, firing, scoring.
Well, you know what they just called? They just called handing the ball in bounds while you are still out of bounds. And if the offensive player inbounds takes the ball, you see right here. See, they called right there. You are not allowed to do that. You cannot hand the ball in while you're still standing out. There has to be a separation.
Moses.
By Moses. Sixers need
February 27th.
We have Barkley and Wingate back in the game now. Albert King's at small forward.
And David turned it over as he hit the end line with the ball off the dribble. Well, the Sixers came out to start the second half, played with a little more defensive intensity, and now Washington beginning to pull away again. Coulter wide open, baseline jumper, nope, but the rebound, Malone over Jaminski, and a climbing foul.
See, Moses has been very active today. In the game in Philadelphia the other night, he was only active in the second half, where he is trying for every rebound.
Cheeks and Wingate. Jaminski, the jump hook, his pet shot, and he knocked it down. Now Wally Rooney's whistle stops play again. And let's see what we got here.
Well, I don't know who he's yelling at, but it's hard to say.
The ball boy, I think, who was out trying to mop something up on the floor. Down in the corner, but he was out on the court.
They've been running this set most of the day and wearing it out and getting good results.
Here's a steal. Charles poked it loose. Tap back from Wingate to Barkley, and Charles staggers into traffic and traveling call.
No,
and that's not a good call.
No, that isn't.
At least from our angle.
That's a bad call. Because watch how he crosses that. That's it. He always takes it there. There you go. See, there's the push. First of all, there's the push, and there's the grab. And how can you call a walk? That's a fumbled ball. The guy took it out of his hand in the first place. Plus, he pushed and fouled him. She does a bad call.
Low post, Bernard falling and firing. It won't go, but he'll get to the line.
Atmosphere. No player has come back and has played this many games at this rate of efficiency with that type of an injury. Nobody.
Albert drives on his brother and misses. Wingate's follow is up and no good. Jaminski's follow, no. Jaminski again. Tapped Albert, nope, and finally the bullet. A multiple shot trip. but nothing would go down. This is Malone, and he buries it. You know,
so many times in this league that happens. You either miss a layup and they score right away, or something like that. It takes a lot out of you, really. It does. It's very disheartening.
77-57. I want to get back to your point about Bernard in just a minute. Here's a whistle and a foul. Coulter grabbing Maurice Cheeks. And a lot of people thought that during that 2-year span that Bernard was a malingerer, that he didn't really want to come back, that he really wasn't working.
Well, the doctor said that he could have come back about 6 months before he did. All right, now it comes down to the patient, and that's where you had the discrepancy.
Charles with a...
But, you know, when you come back from an injury that's ended everybody else's career, watch this strong move by Barkley right here. Over the top. Strong.
It's a monster dunk.
Right over the top of Ball. He's not going to try to block anything like that.
Here's the rebound off the missed shot, and the layup is good. Bernard King with his 8th field goal, his 21st point.
See, no one can say when you come back off a serious surgery like that they know exactly when you should come back. There's an offensive foul down on the baseline. And, you know, I want to stay with this point because the game's a 20-point game right now. And the reason for that being is you have to rehabilitate yourself. You can tell. You're the one that's sucking up the pain. And that's why it's interesting. You're not going to go out there and then put in all that Spartan work for months and months and months and then have somebody say that you are definitely ready when you're not. Now, I'm talking about serious surgery.
81-59 off the Jeff Malone jumper. David Wingate dribbled it off his foot for a moment, got it back for Jaminski. Down deep, Cheeks inside and scores. There's a little pressure by Cheeks. Now they back away. 81-61. A 20-point Bullet lead. Spinning and firing Catledge. Nope. And the rebound tapped out, and Charles has it on the run to Wingate, and David will score.
Washington's in cruise control, Neil. You know what I mean? They're playing very confidently. There's no anxieties coming out of the offense. Whatever the plays they're working are working, and the guys are getting good shots.
There's Malone. He rattles another one home. Jeff Malone now with 18 in the game.
See, when you don't have to alter your routes when you run offensive sets, heck, all you got to do is knock the shot down.
And a timeout taken by the Bullets as Wingate scores. It is 83-65. The Washington Bullets in front with 3:42 left to play in the third. Tonight at 7:30, they come right back here to the Cap Center and play these same Washington Bullets. The Sixers and the Bullets will have the broadcast for you. 7:30 game here at the Capitol Center in Landover. Bullets leading big right now, but a long way to go. Holder faked it into the post and now shovels to Bernard, and boy, he's having an afternoon. He must like these afternoon games.
It reminds him of playoff time.
Yeah.
For us, he always played big in the playoffs. I mean, he played big all year, but in the playoffs, he was outstanding.
Charles against Catledge, puts it on the floor. Goes to Thornton. That's blocked by Manute Bol, and that's what he can do inside. Coulter again faked a pass at the post and then threw it away. And they got it back, and Catledge will jam right over Danny Brains.
No question about that one going down, Neil.
No, he is he's a strong-looking guy too. Very strong. That time he just muscled it right over Danny. Wingate missing. And the Bullets, here they come again. Coulter pushes it, guns it up the left side. Bernard stops and pops, and bingo. And they're going to get a timeout. Sixers want to talk it over. 89-65 here at the Garden.
Well, right now, the Bullets are shooting 62%. Bernard King is 10 for 13 from the field, 5 for 6 for 25 points. Sixers struggling.
Well, I'll tell you what, and give Washington some credit inside. The little layup is good by Bobby Thornton. off a nice pass, but give the Bullets credit. Their defense has been outstanding.
Oh, it's terrific. The Sixers are only shooting 47%, and more important, they have 19 turnovers. We still have another quarter to go.
And we get a look at Muggsy Bogues again. Here's the ball loose and picked up by Wingate.
That was a mugging right there.
Andrew Toney is in, misses off the heel of the rim heavy, and Bull has the rebound. He didn't even have to leave his feet. Andrew the rebound, baseline left. A bounce, the pull up Thornton, nope. And a rebound, the little guy. Here comes Bogues behind his back. Yo-yo's a dribble to the top, dishes, the jumper, Williams is good. Got a shooter's roll there. 91-67. Bullets. 1:08 left. Third period. Andrew around the screen, and he goes down, and he looks to be hurt. He lost his shoe for one thing, and at the other end, Jeff Malone scores. Maybe it was just losing the shoe.
And the Sixers call 20.
And a 20-second timeout taken. Andrew's shoe came completely off. And we've got a 20-second timeout. Tuesday night at 7:30 on the... There it is. And they forced the turnover. Ran him to the corner, and he had nowhere to go.
Well, you know, Wingate has a problem. One of the little problems that he has in his game is that he leaves his feet always to make a pass. And if you take away the passing lanes on him, then you force a turnover.
This is Bogues, a little pick and roll, and going up and scoring is Catledge. His fourth field goal and his 9th point of the game. 95-67. Toney from Cheeks.
Andrew Toney.
.23 seconds left to play. Bogues just trots it up with a belt-high dribble and then gets it across the timeline. Frank Johnson doubled for a moment down the lane, all alone, missed it short.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
6 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Wingate falling and firing and missing, and Bull claims the rebound. Bogues fires at the length of the floor, and that's the end of the third quarter. 95-69, the Bullets. Fourth quarter of each televised game, along with your name, address, and telephone number to the address you just saw on your screen.
Charles Barkley.
Okay. Ava, you got Charles.
Sixers ran a half-court trap that time. Here comes the Bullets. 1-3-1.
Bogues pounding, and now Jaminski firing and missing, and the rebound run down by the Bullets.
This group pushes the ball. Oh, what a mismatch here. You got King on Henderson.
Down deep. Range tried to help him. Back at the baseline, the jumper is good. Frank Johnson.
That's good pivot play. You throw the ball in, you take the double team, you kick the ball back out again. One of the two you will eventually open up.
And there's a great feed down the middle, and the layup good by Gerald Henderson. So Ava, I'm sorry, darling, but Hubie has done it again. Why didn't you pick Gerald?
Oh, you're terrific.
Ava's going to get the starter jacket.
The young lady
anyway.
feels bad enough.
Outside again, and this is Muggsy Bogues this time.
You're in the trap again. There you go.
Here comes Bogues. Off the steal, and the layup good.
See, this group is an excellent trap group. They have a lot of quickness. And then you have Bowl in the back.
Yep.
Williams plays a very, very good middle of the 1-3-1.
Andrew from outside. In and out. Follow Jaminski. No. Rebound Charles. Tipped away by Muggsy Bogues. Behind his back to Jaminski, and he scores and is fouled. Good pass from Charles to Mike Jaminski.
Way to take the ball to the basket. Two hands on the dunk. You get fouled. You got 3-point play. Nice pass that time. Here comes Jaminski strong. See, no matter how hard you hit the guy, as long as he's got the ball up above his shoulders, he's going to more than like.
But he ran right through it.
Yep.
And the jumper, nope.
One of the few that King has missed today.
Might get another crack at it, though, as they track down the offensive rebound. Frank Johnson directing traffic now. And looks. This is Bernard. Up top for John Williams. Flipped inside. Frank Johnson the layup. Great entry pass.
That was a beautiful catch and reverse spin move by Frankie Johnson. Here's your trap.
There's another nice entry pass, that time from Andrew, but they can't get it to fall. Here comes Muggsy. Again, he runs through the defense. He fed Frank Johnson, but it was too hard and off his arm and out of bounds.
Well, Frankie was running through there with his hands at his side. That's why he didn't catch that one. When you're in a receiving end or in a danger area to get the pass and score, you've got to have your hands up. Another steal.
And the lead pass looped ahead, and here comes John Williams, and he pounds it home. They're running a clinic right now defensively. There's a look at it. Bang, and it's 105-73, the Bullets. Featuring Chuck Person, an outstanding rookie a year ago, and your Philadelphia 76ers. Brains for Jaminski. He's stripped, and Frank Johnson may have got him on the arm. You know, not to make an excuse for you, but it's 105-73. But I've always thought, at least since I've been in the league, that Sunday afternoon games were difficult for road teams to play, except come playoff time. Maybe out of sync or whatever. I don't know if you'll agree with that. But
well, what we're seeing here is just a really bad breakdown. We're seeing a bad defensive breakdown. The Bullets are shooting 64%, for the game. And not only are they doing that, but the Sixers have only shot 15 foul shots. We're talking about a team that's averaging 34 foul shots a game. So there's no inside game, no strength factor, no offensive rebounding, and a ton of turnovers.
Here's Charles, had it blocked, but then tapped it home.
23 turnovers to date. Give Muggsy Bogues a lot of credit. He has 4 steals, 6 assists, and really has ignited this group. And then Bernard King is having a sensational day.
Here's Bull, that little half hook, and he knocked it down. Just kind of gets up on his tiptoes and throws it. Driving, and Bull intimidating. The follow is good, though, by Danny Brain. But the first shot altered because of Bull's presence.
Nice anticipation by Barkley that time. John Williams thought he had a dunk on that long lob pass. He was wide open, for a couple of seconds, but Barkley came from the opposite side to get it.
7:34 left for your ball game. Bull will come out.
See, with Wes Unseld taking over, Charlie Jones has gone from a starter to the 11th man on the team.
Outside, Allery. His first field goal of the game. Well, everybody that Wesley has run in there has been able to knock it down. Charles, a little two-man game with Andrew. He spins by his man, and then Bogues picked his pocket. What a foul.
A lot of big men in this league ought to watch Andrew Toney on the low post area and just look at all of his moves. He really has great moves.
981. 7:07. The pull up by Frank Johnson. He buried that.
See, the Sixers are in a full court trap, and it's very porous. All they do is make one pass. That guy catches it, goes right down the middle. There are no traps.
And here's the Bullets trap, and the ball knocked out of bounds, and a foul as well. It's on Frank Johnson as he and Bogues trapped Andrew along the sideline. And that's like having a third defender there. You get caught in the corner like that. Here's a near steal by. Here's Charles again behind his back. That one won't go down for Andrew. The lead pass, it's 2-on-1. Bogues windmills it up and scores. Johnson, the lead pass, and Bogues with an acrobatic layup. Charles drives, too heavy, and then pounds it home with one hand. Here they come again. Spin move, and that's good. John Williams, baseline right.
Well, I tell you, that was a difficult move and shot. That really was a hard play.
They go up with his left hand on the right side of the basket.
You know, you fail to realize he's 6'9", 240, John Williams.
Tony off the miss.
And what people forget, he would only be a senior this year at LSU if he would have stayed in school.
There's the defense again as they blocked it away from Wingate. Frank Johnson. Here comes Williams. He scores and he's fouled. As big an afternoon so far, but 13 points for John Williams. 118-83. The lob. Wingate, the layup, good. 5.5 left. Neil Funk, Hubie Brown, Cap Center, Landover, Maryland, where it's been all bullets. And there's Allery again.
You know, when you play in games like this, if you're the losing team and you're coaching in a game like this, you honestly feel you've been here for 3 days playing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're gonna be by the time it's over. Ben Coleman from outside. But right now, Washington just having some fun. Some of their guys that probably don't normally get a whole lot of minutes.
Well, everyone's playing loose. You're not worried. You got a 30-plus lead.
Bogues, nope, in the rebound, Ben Coleman.
And you know you're going to stay out there because Wes is resting the other people for tomorrow night's game.
Andrew spins by Bogues, missed it. The rebound batted out of bounds by Andrew, and it's going to belong to the Bullets. It's been one of those afternoons. Nobody said it would be easy. 120-87. Game was close early. Seesawed back and forth in the first quarter, and then the Bullets just took charge. Allery now at the top. Williams trying to spin by Brains. Tough shot. Nope. And the rebound, Danny Brains. Andrew against Bogues. And they trap him again. Swung to Wingate. He fires for three. Nope. Rebound hauled down by the Bullets again. Charles Jones. Baseline and an offensive foul.
No place to go that time for Darrell Walker. Danny Brains did a very nice job in taking away the baseline.
And Darrell knew it too as soon as there was contact.
Well, Walker's been out for about 3 weeks with a severe ankle injury. He's just coming back. This is his second game back.
And here's a steal by Walker. Bogues. It's 2-on-3. Now 3-on-3. Walker stops and pops and got it. So much for the bad ankle. 122-87. Low post, Coleman. Jump hook, no, and Bullets run again. Bogues in the middle for Walker. Lost it, bats at it. Muggsy. Great pass, and they had to foul Charles Jones. He just got in the air. He was looking at the basket at the other end of the floor when he dished.
Watch him turn his back now. There it is. See, he knew the guy was there all the time. The afternoon crowd is definitely.
He does the other little things, especially at the defensive end, that make him so valuable, despite his size.
Well, I said the other night.
Bullets.
You would think that with that quickness, he'd make more happen. Charlie Jones, a nice lead pass by John Williams.
126-89. Gerald stripped by Muggsy again, but a fast 91. You're really rooting for Mike Fratello, aren't you?
Well, it's nice to see Michael has done an excellent job the last 2 years. Last year, Coach of the Year. This year, another fine record.
I agree with you. Driving, Henderson, no. Tap, no. Follow, blocked. Rebound, Coleman, nope. And then Thornton back up and good finally.
Way to stay with it, Bobby. Good job.
You are watching Sixers basketball on WPHL TV. Channel 17 in Philadelphia. Neil Funk, Hubie Brown. And what has turned out to be a rout by the Bullets. 126-93, they lead right now. With 1:48 left for your game. Bogues fakes, drives, missed it short. Allery, that's blocked.
Danny Vrains.
There's the lead for Wingate. David, double clutch, nope. Coleman there, back up and good. Ben with his second field goal, his 6th point of the game. 126-95. Walker bounces over the top of the backboard.
And North Skull time.
And the Bullets will take a timeout.
The thing which I'm impressed at is the 11 rebounds the other night for Bernard against the Sixers, and tonight 6 in really limited time.
Coleman taken to the deck, but a whistle, and they're going to give the ball to Washington. Well, the Bullets have had it all their own way, but again, we remind you that we'll be on the air tomorrow night. Neil Funk, Hubie Brown. We'll be right back here in the same location on the top of Mount Rushmore, Cap Center, as the Bullets and the Sixers will do it all over again. It's kind of like one of those, well, we didn't like the result yesterday, so let's play again.
Yeah,
we won't count that one.
We're going to stay an extra day.
We're going to stay until we get it right. Outside, Danny. Nope. Thornton muscles his way in and goes up. Missed that. Nothing will fall. Wingate. And he scores. 126-97. 30 seconds left as the Bullets just walk it up now. Allery, that'll be good. Nothing but net there. And Allery's come off the bench with 3 field goals. Good strong move by Ben, then hit the bottom of the rim, rebounded, goes back up and scores with a little baby hook inside. 6 seconds left, and this game is history. 2-1. At the horn, I don't believe it. Bogues threw it up, a half-hearted hook from three-point land, and buried it. Oh, I'd have to see that again and believe. I thought he was just throwing it like, hey, I don't even think he looked at the basket. Well, look at this. Watch this.
See, the buzzer is off already. Everyone is just, wow.
131-99. The Bullets win the ball game. We'll be back after these messages.